Hey, bass players on YouTube. Today is something special day again because I don't have no instrument, I don't have no amplifier or something. Today I'm gear checking tuners, okay? Clip-on tuners. And it's three of them. I have the Thomann CTG 10. I have the Harley Benton CTG 20 and I have the Thomann CTC 50. Nowadays, when it comes to tuning, clip-on tuners are the shit, as they say. uh, for a good reason, of course. They're lightweight, they're easy to use, easy to handle, and they should be accurate, right? But when you go to the Thomann homepage, they have around 100 clip-on tuners, all different brands, and of course different price ranges. So the cheapest one is this one. This is the Thomann CTG 10. That starts at €3.90. And the most expensive one is made by Peterson. You know, the Peterson strobe tuners. They got a clip-on strobe tuner and that clocks in at around €60. So in between €3.90 and €60, there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? So quality-wise, there's a piezo sensor in these tuners. There's of course a chip in these tuners. And so there might be differences in accuracy when it comes to tuning. And that's why I have three tuners right here, which are all way under €10, just to check out and to see if they're working correctly. As a reference tuner, I got my trusted old Boss TU2, that's the name, TU2, and we'll see the reference if the tuning is right and if everything is correct. Okay, for a bass, I use a 5-string bass, of course, because the low B string is the main problem for many clip-on tuners. For tuners in general, the low B string is like kind of hard to deal with. So I use my Warwick Streamer with a low B string, and we'll see what happens with these clip-on tuners. So we start with the first one, which is the CTG 10. Here's the bass. Oops. Here's the tuner. Here's the headstock. So unfortunately, I cannot put this one into the right angle. You'll see that in a minute when I fixed my microphone again. So it is like this, okay? You can see it, but it's not the right angle. But that depends, of course, on the shaping of your headstock, if that works for you or not. So I tuned my bass correctly with the TU2, and we'll now see what happens with a CTG 10. Okay, here we go. That's the G string. That's in tune, both tuners say. D string. That's in tune, the Boss tuner says, and it's in tune, the Thomann says. A string, in tune on both ones. E string, in tune on the Boss. In tune, maybe a little too high on the Thomann. This is the B string, and that's in tune on the Boss and too high on the Thomann. So you can see there's differences in accuracy. Of course, there's also differences in speed. This one is kind of slow. We're now in the chromatic mode. We'll go to the bass mode later. We're now in the chromatic mode, and it's kind of slow. So let's check the bass mode right here. Okay, again, it's G string. Good on the boss, a little too high on the Thomann. D string, good on both. A string, good on both. E, good on the boss, a little too high on the Thomann. B string, good on the boss, a little too high on the Thomann. So same thing here. There's differences, okay? So as you can see, the display lights up green when the tuning is correct. That of course is very cool because you can see it on no matter what your stage light is. If you're playing an open air stage in the bright sunlight, or if you're playing on a dark stage, no matter what it is, this display can be seen. Okay, so let's go on to the CTG20. This one's from Harley Benton. I have no idea why these are different brands. Maybe it's because Harley Benton is kind of like the guitar and bass brand at Thomann, and Thomann, the Thomann brand is more universal. They also have these tuners for brass instruments and for wind instruments. So that might be the reason for the different branding. Okay, here we have the Harley Benton CTG20, and same here, we have the chromatic mode first. A good thing about this tuner is it's rechargeable via USB cable, so that's a good thing because batteries and stuff, you know. Also, this one is more colorful than the one before. As you can see here, G string, good on the bass, a little too high on this one. D string, good on the bass, good on the Thomann. A string, good on the bass, a little too high maybe on the Thomann. E string, good on both. B string, good on the bass, a little too high on the Thomann. Okay, you see this one is faster than the one before, but when it comes to the B string, it also tends to be a little slow. So that's the big part on these clip-on tuners, the low B string. And that's why I asked the guys from Thomann to send over some of their cheap tuners to check if they're working with a low B string of a bass. So now I'm setting the bass mode, and we'll see if that works better or not so good. Here we go, G string. Good on the bass, a little too high on the Harley. D string, good on both. A string, good on the bass, a little too high on the Harley Benton. E string, good on the bass. It tends to be a little too high on the bass too. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, now we're good on the bass and good on the Harley. That's the B string. Good on the Boss. Little too high on the Harley Benton. Okay, so same thing here. It works almost fine in both modes, either chromatic or bass mode. So that means you can, of course, also have different tunings, like drop tuning, not tuning on low B, but maybe tune to a low B flat or something, or maybe A, or the E string goes to E flat, something like that. Whatever your tuning should be, in the chromatic mode, it's no problem. Might be a problem in the bass mode. Okay, so that was the GTC 20, right? CTG 20. That's kind of difficult because now we have the CTC 50. And this one is from Thomann again, not from the Harley Benton brand. Switch it on. You might notice it looks a little like a Snark tuner. So maybe it's an OEM product from the Snark factory or something. And here we go. No, wait a second, that's guitar mode now. Now we have chromatic mode. Okay. And here we are. G string, good on both. D string, good on both. A string, good on both. E string, a little too low on both. E string, good on both. And B string, good on both. Very good. So this seems to be really accurate and really in tune with the Boss. And it's the fastest one of the three, right? So now we're going to bass mode. Here we are. And the same thing. G, good on both. D, good on both. A, good on both. E, good on both. And B, good on both. So, in my opinion, this one is the winner of the tuner contest. This is the Thomann CTC 50, it says. Thomann CTC 50. It's available in different colors. And I think this one is in the €6, €7 range. So that's a very good tuner for the price. And I declare this one the winner of the Thomann Harley Benton tuner shootout. For 5-string bass, of course, 4-string bass also. It's accurate, it's fast, and it's affordable, right? I mean, €7 compared to the like standard one everyone uses nowadays. This is the TC Polytune, and this clocks in at around €30. So that's around a fifth of the price, a tenth of the price of the Peterson clip-on tuner. So that's really affordable. It's €6 or €7. The Thomann CTC 50. The other were the Harley Benton CTG 20. Good advantage here is it's rechargeable via USB. And this one here is the Thomann CTG 10, which is easy to use, which is the cheapest one, €3.90. So in general, nothing to complain on these three. The CTC 50, in my opinion, is the best one out of these three. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, please find the links to the products in the description. Of course, they're available at Thomann because it's Thomann brands, right? They're available at Thomann. You find the links. Please leave a message if you have anything to say. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for your like. See you next time. Bye.